Hey there, welcome to the latest episode of the Mind Body Health Podcast with myself, Dave Sheahan, high performance consultant and dedicated for over 25 years now to educating, motivating, and inspiring people just like you in regaining control of the mind body health area of your life. Because when you've control of that area, every other area has a positive impact. So, on these podcasts, I aim to give you tips, strategies, share personal experiences that I hope will help you in gaining whatever it is you want out of life, moving towards happiness, gaining the body of your dreams, gaining the career of your dreams, having great relationships, how to sleep better, all these different areas that will make you lead a life that is far more fulfilling and let you experience the success you want, turn your dreams and goals into reality, and most importantly, working towards experiencing happiness, whatever happiness means to you, because it's different for every person. On this particular podcast, I'm going to share with you the 5 steps to creating the body of your dreams. So the 5 steps to creating the body of your dreams. Now, when you're trying to get in shape and you decide you're going to do it and you just decide, I'm committed, I'm going to go for it, like so many people do at the start of January or leading up to a holiday or weddings or any kind of events like that, you set a goal and off you go. And most people think it's a case of just exercise more, eat less, true to some degree, but it won't ever get you to where you want to get to. Many people follow specific diets that are out there. Again, if you follow any diet, good or bad, you will get results from it. But the reality is that most diets will never be a long-term strategy, which means that you may get to a point that you feel quite happy at, but that will typically go backwards and you'll revert back to old habits and revert back to the body that you had, oftentimes even worse, especially with the bad diets that are out there that people follow. They're just so unhealthy and really mess up your hormones and your insulin systems and just the way your body works. And there's psychological torture involved with most of these diets as well. So they're never a long-term strategy. Whereas if you do things properly and do things with a lifelong focus, like this is what I do with people, I always focus on long-term. We want to get results fast, but also keep them forever. And when you do things in the right way, you can keep them forever, and you can keep them forever without huge effort. It's quite easy to maintain good shape, good health, good fitness, good muscle tone, all these things, if you do the right things. And the what you have to do to get there will only need to be slightly tweaked to keep it. Like, it's not that hard, and it's a very manageable lifestyle to do things properly. So I'm going to share over the next probably 20 minutes or so some of the important tips, the key steps that you need to take to get the body of your dreams, because you can have it. Like, whatever that is for you, everyone's different. There's some people who want to look like a model on a magazine cover, others want to look more athletic, like a particular sports athlete, others just want to be a little slimmer. You have an idea what size you want to be in terms of your clothes. What matters is that you get to the shape that you want to get to. Forget societal norms, forget societal conditioning, forget magazines, forget all this stuff. What exactly do you want to look like? What's the body of your dreams? Because that's all that matters. Where that be size 20, 15, 8, 6, it doesn't matter. The key thing is that you're in the body that you want to be in, okay? And truly want to be in. Really ties into who you are, what you want to be, what you want to look like, because there's so much confidence, self-esteem, and self-image that are attached to your body shape. So this is why it's so important to get to a body shape that you're happy with, okay? So make sure, again, you're committed to that. Now, like I said, there's many things out there, many methodologies out there, many diets, many plans, many blueprints, but not many of them are actually effective, not from the long-term perspective especially, okay? So what I'm going to share with you on this particular podcast is literally going to transform the results that you get. And once you continue to keep the philosophy that I'm going to teach you and the mentality and keep implementing the steps, it will be very easy to maintain once you get there. Like anything worth achieving, it's hard work. It takes desire, it takes determination, it takes, digging into days that you don't want to do something. So this is no different. But the way I work with people is always implementing strategies that will work long term, that will see long term benefit. Like, the main thing about getting in better shape and keeping it is that you positively impact your metabolism. Okay. Whereas most diets out there, they're actually negatively impacting your metabolism. And this is why when you finish the diet and start reverting back to normal habits and start getting a little bit lazy with your exercise, the weight tends to pile back on again. And, it's like being in quicksand, and you're suddenly worse off than you ever were to start. Whereas I always teach you things that will maintain results really quickly, that will increase your metabolism. This is what's key. Like, from the age of 25 years of age on, your metabolism naturally slows. You have to counteract that. Also from the age of 25 on, your muscle mass decreases rapidly. You need to counteract that. And muscle burns calories. It has a huge metabolic effect. So if you're not doing proper weight training, resistance training, keeping muscle tone, building muscle, you're going to be losing out on a massive calorie burner. Okay, and that's going to have a huge impact then on your body shape and how you feel, how you look, your fat levels, and so on. Okay, so the bottom line is there's many ingredients to getting in good shape, staying in good shape, feeling amazing, being fit, but there's very specific ones then that will get you there. Okay, so it'll be 5 steps, 3 are one part, and then 2 others are important I'll talk about later. But 3 I'm going to tell you first are very specific to your training. Now, there's many people who put a lot of effort into their training and they focus so much on quantity. So they're spending 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours, even 3 hours most days working out. Some even work out twice a day. Yet the results are minimal. Now, how the hell can that be? How can you put in so much effort, sweat, blood, tears, and not get the results? Isn't it all about keeping your heart rate in certain zones for long duration, like 60-70% of your max heart rate? Do that for an hour, hour and a half. Surely the more you do that, the more fat you're going to burn, right? Isn't that what they tell you? Isn't that that's put out there everywhere? Well, no, that's not how it works at all. It's about quality, not quantity. If you can get quantity in, that's fine, but only if the qualities are with it. If you've just quantity and not much quality, you're not going to get any results. The only way you will is if you're really out of shape. So let's say if someone's 20 stone or higher, or 15 stone, depending on your body shape, that could be quite heavy for you. If you're way out of shape, any exercise is going to see results initially, and then that will tend to slow down and eventually even stop. If you're just doing like your steady state stuff, you're doing your 60-70% heart rate, fat burning zone, supposedly, this is what's put out there. That's a fat burning zone. Don't buy into that. Look, if it was as easy as just working out moderately for a long period of time, wouldn't everyone look amazing? Many people do this. They follow this. They walk every day, they run every day, they cycle every day, they go to the gym and all the cardio machines every day. So why don't the majority of people look good? There's a lot more to it. And it's not about quantity, it's about quality. So the first point I'm going to make is intensity. It's about short, intense bursts of exercise. It's like anything in life. The more effort you put in, the quicker the results. The harder you work, the more you get back out once you're doing the right things. It's like with work in terms of business and career or jobs. If you're working hard, but also working smart, you get the results back. It's the same with training. It's the same with everything in your life. It's about being smart in what you do, doing what's effective, and then putting the effort in. And especially putting the effort in when you don't feel like it. Because this is where the challenge is, doing things when you don't feel like it. And that's where most people fall down. So you need to work out intensively. Do you need to work out intensively every time? Ideally, yes. But there will be times you just don't feel up to it. And sometimes it's just about ticking the box. And you mightn't have good energy or slept bad or whatever it might be. That's fine. You work as intensively as you can at that time. That may be 50% of what you did the last time, but if it's as intense as you can go at that particular time, that's cool. Okay, so always work out intensively. Give it whatever you can at that particular moment. Like, be very present with how you feel at the time, because that's what's most important. Okay, but the bottom line is, if you don't hit your muscles hard enough or don't impact your metabolism, and that'll be through your heart and lungs, if you don't hit them hard enough, how can you expect to get the results? How can you expect to burn fat fast enough? Like, it's not going to happen. As I said, if it was as easy as just exercising at a low to moderate intensity level and do it for long duration, everyone would look amazing, and it's not the case. So what you do instead is you work out really intensively. So short bursts. It can be as little as 15-minute workouts. It doesn't have to be hours and hours. Anything from 15 minutes to 45 minutes, focused and intense. It's the most effective type of workout. Okay, so it's not about, again, the duration. It's about how hard you work. So if it's a resistance training, on your last reps, you should barely get it, if at all. You should even be able to, if you have a spotter or a training buddy or a trainer, go beyond that. So get to complete failure where you can't complete a rep, and then keep going with some assistance or doing some negative reps or something like that. With cardio, then it's a case of when you finish a hard burst, it should be as hard as you can go. You literally need to slow down. So like high intensity interval trains where you go hard for a phase, 8 to 15 seconds to 45 seconds or a minute, then go down easy for item from 15, 30 seconds up to 3 or 4 minutes, all depending on your fitness levels. And you do that for a period of time of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that's usually more than enough. So someone in 15 minutes can have a far more effective workout metabolically than someone else does in 2 hours walking on treadmills or cross trainers or bikes or any of that, or going for hikes or cycles or walks. Those people get near zero results. You with your 15 minutes or so will get actual results. Once you're consistent and week after week after week, and taking me on to my second point is progression. So always aiming to progress. Okay, so whatever you do today, if you do a workout today, the next time you do, you should be aiming to do more. So it's like if you're doing burpees, let's say for cardio, if you got 15 today within 30 seconds, the next day you should be able to do 16. Do something more. If you're doing weight training, you got 50 kilos for 10 reps on the bench press. Next day, you should be aiming for 11 or 12 reps, or 52.5 kilos for 8 to 10 reps. Something that's progression. Because physically, once you do something once, especially when you work out intensively and really push your body and rip the muscle fibers apart, once it repairs properly, your body can do more the next time. That's why with world records are always being broken, and they always will be, because people can do more. Once you do something once, you can do more. That's why when a top athlete comes along and breaks records, they typically dominate for a long time, because they just keep training hard, keep training smart, and they keep breaking the records. It's like anyone's at the top of any game. Once they keep doing their best, keep working out intensively, keep wanting to get better and better, they stay at the top. Same in business, same thing. It's the same in life in general. So it's about progressing, always progressing, like in all areas of your life. Always be aiming to progress in some way or another. So every time you train, aim to progress. So like when you finish your workout today, plan immediately what you're going to do the next day, incorporating some form of progression in what you did today. Now, that doesn't mean that the next day you will definitely hit that, but you might, or you might end up doing less if you're just not on it that day, but at least you tick the box. Or you may even do better. Like quite often, if you're in the right zone, right energy, slept well, ate well, in the right mindset, you will actually do better than what you're aiming for. And again, the next day, again, aim to do better again. So you can always do more. So progression is massive. Okay. So you got intensity, then you got progression, and then you got muscle confusion. What does that mean exactly? Well, muscle confusion means what it says. Keep confusing the muscles, keep it second guessing, keep giving it new stimulation. Never keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like I get clients always to change programs every 2 weeks, 3 weeks at max, depending on how frequently they're training. Sometimes even every single day, if a person needs really fast results, because the more frequently that you're changing your routines, the more frequently you're causing new stimulation and shocking your body and shocking your muscles. Whereas for most people, they'll stay on a program for a very minimum of a month, usually 3 months, and sometimes even up to a year. And trainers are guilty of this as well, in that they're often giving people programs for 3 months, but it's just being lazy, or they're not educated enough, but most of the time it's just being lazy. So you have to keep changing things up. And it's not just about the physical stimulation, because it will stimulate your metabolism much better. It will stimulate your muscles much better. So better growth in muscles or toning, fat burning, whatever you're looking for. But also mentally, it will stimulate you more, because when you're doing the same thing over and over again, it gets very boring. And it's very hard to be motivated when you're doing the same stuff that's very boring. Okay. So you get mental stimulation, you get physical stimulation. So this is why it's so important to make sure that you're changing things up. So muscle confusion. So 3 keys are intensity. So make sure you're working intensively. Progression, always aim to progress. And then muscle confusion. So change things up regularly. Okay. So if you incorporate those 3 things into your cardio and resistance training sessions right now, like from now on, I can guarantee you 100%, you will feel much better after even the first day or two. In terms of your workouts, you'll know you've done more, your body will feel more exhausted, you'll get more endorphin kick, you'll also start to see results faster. It's incredible the difference it will make with just incorporating these 3 little strategies. And the great thing is, when you do this, you can work out way less. You don't have to spend hours and hours working out. So you actually gain more time back. And the most precious commodity we have is time. So I'm literally telling you how to gain more time back in your days. And then you can use that for whatever purpose you want. Okay, so intensity, progression, muscle confusion. Now, the key thing to get into your head is training is just a stimulation. That is all it is. People think they train, that's going to get them results. That's not how it works. It's purely the stimulation. It's after training that your body goes to work and the magic really happens. But the magic only happens if your nutrition is right, which is step number 4, and if your sleep is right, to step number 5. So with your nutrition, it's about 80% of your results. The training is literally just stimulation. That's all it is. If you're feeding your body McDonald's and soft drinks and chocolate and all that kind of stuff and crappy food, processed food, the results can be very minimal. It is all calories, yes, but it depends on what kind of calories. If you're getting into the wrong kind of calories, you're not feeding your body right. You will, of course, get some kind of results, but you're not getting a fraction of the results that you could do. Also, you're not going to get the right energy from that kind of food to do good workouts. So when you're eating the right kind of food, you get more energy and you recover much faster. So it's a double whammy, okay? So your nutrition is massive. Make sure you're eating, like, as a basic foundation, so much fruits and vegetables, salad, that kind of food. That's your antioxidants, vitamins and minerals, your chlorophyll from the greens. This is the food that matters most. This is the food that repairs your body, that builds it up, that, you know, gives you a healthy bloodstream. All these things that we're looking for when we're training and post-training to get the results. So your nutrition is everything. So lots of fruits and vegetables, all those kind of foods, as much as you can. Beans, lentils, legumes, grains, all that kind of stuff. And as much of it as you can get into your system in terms of fruit and vegetable, because that's the foundation. Good healthy fats like avocados, nuts, seeds, nut butters, oils, these type of things, okay? So focus on your nutrition more than ever, because that will ultimately determine the level of results you get. Now, the fifth piece of the jigsaw is your sleep. Now, if you've stimulated the hell out of your body, you've incorporated the intensity, progression, muscle confusion, you're eating unbelievably healthy and balanced and varied, plant-based and colorful and nutrient rich. That's all fantastic. Body's repairing well. But it's when you sleep that your body really restores itself. So your body restores and regenerates itself when you're asleep. Now, if you're not getting good quality sleep, your body can't do that. So sleep is the last piece of jigsaw, and it's a very, very important piece of jigsaw, because if you're not getting quality sleep, then you're not going to recover to the level you could. Okay, so this is where you can always get results if you incorporate some of the strategies I'm teaching you. You will definitely get some results, but if you knit them all together, it's where you really accelerate results and get unbelievable results. Okay, so your sleep, so make sure you're winding yourself down before sleep, relaxing your mind, turn off your devices, staying away from electrical devices, doing something that relaxes your mind before sleep. Make sure the room is dark, make sure the bed's comfortable, you know, make sure you're having a positive association with the bedroom where it's for sleep. Okay. Now, one of my earliest podcasts is fully about sleep, so go check that out, and you'd hear about, I don't know, so 20, 30, 40 minutes specifically on all sleep strategies that if you implement them, you will have your best sleep ever. Also, section 4 of my book, Metabolic Stimulation System, which you can purchase on any Amazon in the world, that is fully in depth about sleep as well. So check out them for more in-depth information on exactly what to do for your sleep. But the basics, like I said, is what you do before bed, turn off your devices, make sure you're trying to relax your mind, comfortable bed, make the room really dark like a cave. These are the key things, okay? Positive association with the bedroom. These are really key to having a good night's sleep. So, you know, you stimulate your body with the intensity, progression, muscle confusion. You then feed and repair those muscle fibers which you've ripped the shite out of. That's what your goal is with every training session. Rip the hell out of them. You repair it with the nutrition, so nutrients go and make them stronger. And then when you're asleep, then the body fully restores, regenerates itself, and you get the maximum results. So these are the 5 keys to creating the body of your dreams. It doesn't have to take long. You can get incredible results within just a couple of weeks and months. It all depends on your starting point. But the key thing is always is knowing what to do. Knowledge, though, is not power. It's implementation. Knowledge is power. So I can guarantee you 100%, if you implement what I've shared with you in the last 20 minutes or so, you will see results within days in terms of how you feel. You may even see actual physical results. And once you consistently do it and have an element of patience, you will see amazing results in a couple of months. So I hope this has helped you. Please implement what I've said. Get in touch with me if you've got any questions about anything that I've said, any queries, any comments. We'd love to get your feedback on everything that we're doing here at the My Body Health podcast. And also please leave a rating review on whatever podcasting platform you're watching this on, or if you happen to be watching this on YouTube. Subscribe and share this out to far and wide. Share it with as many people as you can. The more people who can get these messages and learn the truth, clear up confusion, and learn the facts, and, you know, get a bit of a positive spark in getting results in whatever area of life they want, it will help. So please keep sharing the My Body Health podcast out there. This is Dave Sheahan here, signing off for our latest episode of My Body Health podcast. Hope you're enjoying this. Look forward to reading your feedback and look forward to seeing you on the next episode.